Hey y'all, my name is Anthony and I've done a lot of content creation and media for a very long time, for about 10 years now. And a lot of work I've done is in short films, filming for social media and music videos, doing live sound for live streaming for churches and stuff like that. And I just wanted to share my knowledge of what you need and what you don't need and all that. And basically today we're going to be focusing on this camera right here. It's the camera that I've had since I was starting my journey as a content creator and someone who's been doing media and photography for a very long time. And by the way, this is not a one-all do-all kind of video. I might do more of these later on, different types of videos on what you guys need and stuff. So be on the lookout for that in the future. But today we're going to be focusing on this particular camera. This is the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera, or the BMPCC camera. It's the original Blackmagic Pocket camera that came out in 2014. It's a very, very high quality camera. You may think that it's low quality because look at the size. You think it's like a regular old small camera that nobody really cares about, but this camera can pack a punch and it's not going to break the bank at all. It's very high quality. Again, like I said, very high quality for a very affordable price. So anyone who wants to learn how to become a filmmaker or wants to do make YouTube videos with high quality for a very affordable price, you can check this out. And yeah, so when I first started making videos and stuff, I didn't know what I wanted. I was trying to go to film school and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, I need a camera for the school that they required, and I stumbled upon this one. And I know when I went to the school at the time, I didn't know what cameras to get, but this is a camera that stood out to me because I'm the kind of person that loves nostalgia and that vintage film look. So I was looking for a digital camera that had that look of old school, but also could fit in the new school kind of sense with all the digital stuff and everything that a modern camera for filming in a movie set or just a one-man could do interchangeably. So I stumbled upon this, and as of right now the setup is incomplete. There's still things missing to this particular setup the way it is currently at this point. But when I first started, I had a Sony VCT-14 shoulder mount. I had the handles on it. I had everything that you could think of to make this what I thought was a perfect setup at the time. And that didn't pan out very well. So yeah, I realized after about 6-7 years, I'm tired of the way it was sitting on my shoulder. I didn't know how to make it fit right. So this is what I'm doing right now. And but anyways, distracted from the point. The point is that you don't need any fancy camera. The camera you guys I'm recording you guys on is a old school camcorder from 2012 or something like that. It's a Canon camcorder from stuff you could use for making home videos and stuff. When you were a kid, you would always just play around with a camera, or if you had a VHS camcorder or some kind of home video camera at the time. This is what I'm recording you on my right now. So you don't need anything fancy. I just particularly love getting hands-on and having control over the image. So I use this a lot. And this particular camera I've used on a web show for YouTube. I've used it on a music video. I've used it for creating short films for my own personal use. And yeah, and I've also recorded events for my church and a whole host of other places. So yeah, this is a very affordable and very awesome camera to have. Mind you, I didn't get everything all at once. I know gear can be expensive, so I did it in bits. The most important thing you're going to need is a lens with the camera. The lens is obviously going to be the more expensive part other than the camera itself. And then I have, yeah, so that's basically, this whole setup is just those two things, and then everything else is an add-on. Like you don't need anything else for bare bones, for just the lens right here and the body itself, and then you're good. Make sure you get a bunch of batteries, because this camera is notorious for not having a good battery life with the built-in battery. So you better invest in some high quality external batteries. So I guess the external batteries are a must for this camera. Anyways, the reason why I chose the Blackmagic camera is because of the aesthetics, the quality that the film, or the not the film, the image quality that it gives off. It's comparable to a 16mm film. You know what that is, right? Like the old school film. It's 16mm, the size of the film is 16mm, and that's what this sensor has in there, because it's a micro four thirds sensor, but it has a 16mm sized sensor within that micro four thirds mount. So basically the lens can attach to a micro four thirds mount, but the sensor itself is closer to a 16mm sensor. I know that's a little bit technical, but hopefully you guys understood what that meant. And yeah, this is a very good style camera that I would use for run and gun, for any kind of like events. Basically anything that you can imagine that you would use a camera for, I would definitely run and get this one. Like I love this one personally. It's been with me for over 10 years. I've had this for a while. Like it's my pride and joy. Like I enjoy this camera through and through. Even its flaws give out the best in it. Because of the flaws, it has such good quality in it. Like I love how well you could manipulate the image, how well it can handle, like you can hold it. It's very lightweight. And I've added some of these accessories which add weight to it. So the amount of, like, if I'm holding it forward, it'll like hold me back a little bit so that it can balance it out. This is a natural balancing act, but for this one particularly, this camera, like you can tell it's more angled down on the left hand side, right? You can see its weight over, so pretty much the weight of the center of gravity is right where my hand is. It's not where the camera is. It's a little bit off to the left. So sometimes if you're just sitting the camera down, it'll just lean over because the center of gravity is not very distributed equally, I would say. But when you hold it in your hand and you have it mounted on your shoulder and you're holding it, it's going to stay where it's going to stay. It's not going to fall or anything. So I would recommend that. And yeah, there's a microphone on here that I have. This is a very common setup for like run and gun, because if you don't have a dedicated sound person to record the audio, you're going to need one of these microphones to record directly to the camera. Because nowadays, if you're in a punch and you need something really quick, like a quick turnaround, and you don't have time for someone to dedicate their hours to recording the audio separately, and it's just one guy, like if you're just a one-man band, you gotta get a microphone that's attached to the camera. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You can't, like, you could technically mic up a guy and record it to a separate device and then feed a scratch audio to it. There's a whole bunch of ways you could do it. It's just going to be very difficult to easily do that and provide a good service, because you can't be monitoring the audio and recording at the same time if you're trying to budget, like, oh, I need a separate system because it's going to sound better when I add that together in post. It's going to be very messy, so I would just stick with a microphone on top and maybe get some good headphones, because this has the actual headphone jack on it. So I would maybe just gauge the audio from there a little bit, and if it sounds decent, it's fine. It's going to turn around and be very good. Just make sure you get a shotgun microphone like this one. You need a very good microphone that's very directional, that can get whatever is in front, the source that's in front of you. It will not get so since I'm the camera guy, it won't get the back. So this style of microphone is called a shotgun mic, and it's only going to get what's in front for the majority of it, and it might catch me or anything I move around on the camera, but it's going to sound very low compared to everything else. So it will overshadow the fact that I'm adjusting the camera lens, maybe the focus on it or something. But yeah, that might be what you want, or you're gonna need essentially. And I split this audio for 2 reasons. Right here is a audio splitter device. This is a 3.5 millimeter audio device right here that can accept mic audio from a stereo microphone, or if you want to, you could split that up into left and right. So say you have 2 people talking and you don't have a room to like dedicate to a recorder, like a mixer device, then you could talk on the left side and the right side, plug that in, and then post, split that into dual mono, and then you can have 2 tracks of audio for 1 person and 2 people. That's how you do it for a 2-person audio setup if you don't have, say, a dedicated audio recorder or something. And the reason why I did this is because I am the kind of person that if I need an extra camera or 2, I would want like a time code system. And a time code system is where you're feeding like an audio signal to each camera, and when you put it all together in your video editing like setup, it'll hear that audible tone, and it will sync it up, all the audio and videos together. And that's just how I did it, or was planning on doing it, but I realized I can't afford that at the moment, so I'm not gonna get that. So I just wanted a way to also adjust the amount of levels, like the audio, like pretty much like by hand. Like I love analog tactile function, so I want to be able to turn the volume down if I need to, turn it up if I need to, because this camera, if you try to do that, you need to go to the menus, and it's going to waste you time on recording and seeing the actual action on hand, and you're not going to be able to fully do your job correctly. So that's why if you want to just quickly look up and go like, oh, the audio's a little bit too loud, or it looks like it's gonna go too loud, you can just tiny bit pull the levels down a little bit on here, and that's it, and you'll be good. So it's like having a dedicated audio control without having to buy a dedicated audio recording device that's gonna be wasting your time. And this is directly gonna go to your camera audio, so it's gonna record better, and it also has a better preamp, which is the electronics that allow you to turn up the audio or lower the audio before it gets to your camera, because the camera's built-in audio electronics are very weak and don't pick up a lot, so you need a separate device anyway. So this is why it's helpful. So I really appreciate the fact that these devices exist and that you can record audio to and from any microphone, any wireless mic. Like the one that I'm shooting on right now, I have this wireless mic that's hooked up to my shirt, and it's going to this camera. If I were to record off the camera microphone, it's probably going to be like hearing all this wind noise or the passing of cars coming around very much more like presently, like it'll capture that with a wire with very harsh detail, and it won't really hear my voice very well. So that's why I'm using this system. So yeah, and I can tell the camera is leaning over slightly, and I don't know why. Anyways, that's gonna be for me to figure out on my own, so I'm not gonna worry about that too much. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about what I use for this camera, let me know. This is basically a setup that I've been using for a while, and I wanted to share that this kind of camera, even if it's like a few $100 extra to get the accessories, and like maybe $800 to get the camera. Nowadays, $800 for a camera is super cheap, so I would highly recommend you invest. If you have a job and you want to do content creation on the side, like record, I don't know, like events, or if you're into like photography or doing like videography or whatever it is that you want to create a video of any sort for social media, if you want to do that, just get a camera like this. This is very affordable, and it won't break the bank, and you'll get everything you need out of it. And this will help you grow if you really want to get into like low budget filmmaking and music videos and all of that sort of kind of creation of like doing like in the movie or TV business. This is a great camera to learn on as you grow you'll be able to use the big cameras like the FX6 or the Arri Alexas or the Red cameras, any of those big name camera brands. You'll be able to use those once you learn this. Blackmagic has come out with so many cameras since this, but this is the one that started the revolution of anyone being able to film on digital without breaking the bank. So this is a must get if you're wanting to really start out like super low budget, bare bones. You want to get this one. And I thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.